Vermont, again, you're spot on. I totally agree with you. I hope the White House gets it. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now let's turn to Terry McAullife. He is the former chairman of the Republican Party. He is now the chairman of GreenTech Automotive and former chair of the DNC. Terry, great to have you with us tonight. I appreciate your time. You know, when you take a look at the climate that President Obama is dealing with, I want to ask you, you've been around this racket a long time. When do you say enough is enough and turn to the election? Is it too soon to do that? And what do you make of the president's last-ditch effort on a jobs bill?
Listen, we all know we need jobs in this country. As Senator Sanders just talked about, we've lost 50,000 manufacturing plants. 5 million jobs have been lost. But people are tired of the speeches from politicians talking about jobs. They want action. I applaud the president who's going to come out with a major initiative on jobs. I wish he would have done it a month ago. We should not be taking time off right now. We need to do it immediately. But along with the speech, I hope the White House staff is making sure simultaneously that there's going to be a bill in the Senate and the Congress that will be voted upon immediately. And if the Republicans don't want to vote for it, then they should be held accountable for that. But it's enough of the speeches. We need action today. I'm in the private sector. I just got back from China where I opened up a car plant. I guaranteed that all the major core components of our cars will be made in the United States of America. We can do this, but the government's got to get in gear on this. We are losing jobs all over the world. We got to get American jobs here. We need a major manufacturing long-term strategic plan. We've got to have a plan to get the jobs back in this country. We can do it. We have the greatest workforce in the world. But with 15 million people out of work, we have to create 150,000 jobs a month just for population growth, and we're not doing it, Ed. We're tired of the
Terry,
speeches. We need action.
Yeah. Well, Terry, I don't hear, outside of Senator Sanders and just a few others, collectively, I don't hear the Democrats saying what you just said. And if the White House is saying it, I don't think they're saying it loud enough. I mean, you're a business leader. You're a successful guy. You've just laid it out. What the hell has to happen? What's wrong with the Democrats? Have they been obstructed so much they're freezing?
I can't explain to you what happened in Congress over the last couple months. I thought it was a national disgrace. The whole issue that we tied raising the debt limit to deficit reduction was a gigantic mistake. The debt limit is paying our past bills. We should have put that as another issue. But we're not building and investing in the infrastructure of our country. We're not investing in education. Look at China just announced the other day they're going to increase their R&D budget by 85%. We're not doing that in this country. We invented the Kindle here in the United States of America. It was a hot new product. We couldn't make it here. It's now being made in Taiwan. So every time someone now buys a Kindle, we are adding to our trade deficit. We've got to make products. How do you create jobs? You've got to sell products. We've got to get back into the innovative business, creating new products here. I saw Representative Cantor on this show here. A report just came out in Virginia. 2 years ago, we had 3.6 million people working in Virginia. Today, we have 3.6 million people working in Virginia. We haven't added any new jobs, state after state. We can do this. It's not all that complicated. The Congress has got to quit fooling around and talking and doing nothing. I wish more members of Congress actually had met a payroll in their life. I worry about payrolls every day. But people need jobs. They're tired of the talk. Let's put a long-term plan together and let's vote on it. And if the Republicans don't want to vote for it, let's hold them accountable. If the Tea Party wants to hold up the Congress, let's hold them accountable. Go campaign in every district and say, you got high unemployment because your member of Congress did not vote for this plan that we had out there to rebuild our roads and our bridges and to put money into manufacturing. We ought to energy efficient every single public building in the United States of America. We ought to stop the foreclosing of these mortgages. Why are they foreclosing all these mortgages? Because the banks are making money on the servicing of the foreclosure. We got to stop it.
No doubt.
Keep people in their homes and put them back to work. It's not all that complicated. We're the greatest nation in the world, but let's quit talking and let's start doing it.
Yeah. Terry McAullife, I'm making an executive decision here on the Ed Show tonight. You have to appear here more often, okay? I mean, you're too good. What I'm hearing, because I've always respected you, you are a risk taker in business. You're a guy that was willing to invest in American workers and find a way to make it work. And right now, and I see it in business too, Terry, we have a lot of people who are afraid to write the check, to take some kind of fortune that they may have, no matter how big it is or how small it is, and get into it and invest in American workers.
Right.
And this is the kind of conversation we got to have, and we got to have access to capital. I've been pounding on that for a long time.
You bet. And
Terry,
one thing
great
I want
to see you.
Ed, last year, I went to China. I bought one of their biggest electric car companies, moved the entire company to the United States of America. 13 cargo ships later, here in America, in Mississippi, we're building those cars here. I now have a plant in China. I'm competing against them. We'll win. We got better workers. We got better technology. We can do this.
Guess what? The Ed Show is going to be coming to your plant. I love that story. Great to have you with us, Terry.
Buy one of my
cars. All right, my man. Republicans. See, that's the attitude we got to have in America. Republicans.